let's start with their stories, their accusations. What do they say happened to them?
Well, they're basically similar stories, different scenarios, but one was work for Diddy, doing errands, basically acting as a gopher, and Diddy owed him money, and he sought out to get repaid for the money he was owed. Diddy told him to come to the Intercontinental Hotel in Manhattan for a meeting. He went to the meeting. Diddy offered him a drink. He took the drink, and he started feeling woozy, losing control of his body, and he becomes unconscious. And then he wakes to Diddy raping him. That's one. One gentleman met Diddy and his entourage at a nightclub here in the city. He was invited back to an after party at at a hotel here in the city, and he was offered a drink. Same scenario. He started losing control of his body, his functions, and he passed out and woke to being raped. Third person was invited to a party in the Hamptons. I want to be clear, it was not a white party, it was just a party in the Hamptons. And it was a similar story, but he was raped by multiple people, including Diddy. Those are what they've told me.
As I mentioned a moment ago, there are a lot of people coming forward. Your clients, the question many will ask is why now, years later? Is it because so many others are coming forward?
Well, I think I've been involved in these litigations for a long time. The Weinstein litigation was one of the more prominent ones I've had that would be known nationally. And I think the difference between the Diddy cases and the Weinstein cases is the fear factor, because all three of my clients were threatened with physical harm if they disclosed. In Weinstein, it was just the fear of being exposed as a victim of rape. So it was a different kind of situation, in that there was the normal fear you get if you're a victim of a sexual assault, and then there's also the threats, which frankly my clients felt were very real.
Who threatened them?
Well, some of his handlers. Diddy, after one of them basically told my client, "Don't be an idiot. If you go to the police, they won't believe you. I'm Diddy. I've got lawyers," that kind of thing. The other ones were given threats to keep their mouths shut. And look, I'm not in that world. I'm not in that community. I don't know who his associates are, but my clients took them to be very real threats. Once people came forward, there's strength in numbers, right? So they felt a little more comfortable that they wouldn't be totally vulnerable, which is how they felt before.
So in addition to the threats, were they ever offered to be paid off to stay quiet?
Well, one of my clients, after he was raped and he was recorded being raped, it's this very similar pattern. You come out of this and you're in the middle of something you totally are not expecting, and they hustle you out the door. And in this case, they hand him an envelope with $2,500 in cash and told him to keep his mouth shut if he knows what's good for him, in some substance.
Okay. Does he still have that note?
No, he didn't get a note. He got an envelope with money in it.
Oh, and then told to keep your mouth shut. You said recorded it.
Right.
You don't mean record in the sense of a camera, record it in the sense of their mind, recalling it?
Well, no. What I'm saying is when he was assaulted, there were people recording the assault.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You say these stories are credible. I know a lot of people have come to you with similar stories. Why these three? What convinced you?
Well, I've been doing this is my 30th year as a lawyer. I've handled these cases for a very long time. I've tried over 150 cases. I can assess credibility, believability, because in any kind of abuse case, it comes down to credibility. And if the story doesn't make sense, if the person doesn't make sense, if it doesn't fall to a pattern that's known, if they can identify, for example, the person who was assaulted in the Hamptons house was able to identify the house perfectly. It was uncanny. So you could know that those basic facts are there, and they're credible facts. Because without the credibility, you can't put your name on a complaint and say, look, I believe this is true. Because you have to have good faith as a lawyer before you bring an action like this and claim somebody of abuse.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.